Myself SK.A.Asiya Begum, Department of Computer Science. Today I am discussing programming with C language. In that language I am discussing the topic is control statements and functions. First of all, we have to know what is a control statements. Control statement means it executes certain logical statements and we have to control the statements if the check the condition, if the condition is true or not, and it is used to direct the execution of statements under certain conditions. First of all, control statement means it has to check the statement will be the true or not. Here control statements can be divided into three types. First one is a decision making statements. In the decision making statement we are categorized into two statements. First one is a if statement and second one is a switch statement. Another statement is a iterative statements and it is also known as a repetition statement or iteration statement. In that statements we are having the three types. First one is a while statement, second one is a do while statement, third one is a for statement. These three statements are also known as the looping statements, and another one is a jump statements. It has to categorize three types. First one is a break, continue and go to, and these three types are also known as a unconditional statements. First of all, we have to know what is a decision making statements. These decision making statements is also known as a branching statements. These statements, they are used to verify a given condition. The condition will be decide a block of statements get executed or not. That should be based on the condition result. For example, we have to check a student has passed or failed in a particular subject. We have to need to check whether the marks are greater than the student will be passed, otherwise the student will be failed. Let's take example. If marks are greater, we have to decide the student has passed, otherwise failed. So in such conditions we are using decision making statements. In C programming language there are two decision making statements. First one is a if statement, second one is a switch statement. What is a if statement? It is based on the condition. If we are giving the condition, it will decide the block of statements are executed or not. Okay, in this if statement we are categorized into four types. First one is a simple if statement, second one is a if else statement, third one is a if else if statement or it also known as if else ladder, and fourth one is a nested if statement. What is a simple if statement? The simple if statement, it check if the given condition is true, it will execute the set of statement. Otherwise, if you are giving the false condition, it skip the execution of the next statement. It means it terminate the block. Let's see the syntax. If condition means we are placed in the condition. The condition will be true, it will enter the loop, it executes set of statement. Otherwise, if the condition is false, it will end of the statement. Let us see the flow chart. If I am giving the condition will be true, it will goes to statement. Otherwise, the condition will be false, it will goes to end if. Let's just see the example. Hash include stdio.h. It means we also know it is an header file. The main function, it is the execution starts with main function. Next, we are declaring the variables x value 20, y value 22. Now in this program we are comparing the values using relational operator. If x less than y means it's checking the condition. X value is 20, y value is 22. 20 is less than 22. The condition is true. It will execute the statement. It means variable is x is less than y. The condition is true, that's why it executes the statement. Otherwise, the condition is false, it will end the if statement. Next one, if else statement. Previously, we have seen if statement. If the condition is true, it will execute. Otherwise, it will end if the statement. But if else statement, we are having two conditions. If the condition is true, it will execute the true block. If the condition is false, it will execute the false block. Let's see the syntax. If condition. First of all, you have to given the condition. If the condition is true, it will execute the true block statement. Otherwise, your condition becomes false. It will execute the else block. In that else block, the statement is a false block statement. Let us see the flowchart. If I am giving the condition, if condition is true, it will enter the if code. If the condition is false, it will enter the else code. Let's see the example. The main function starts with the execution. I am declaring the number variable. I have to read the number. Condition, if number %2 equal to 0. Single equal to means we are assigning the value. Double equal to means we are checking the condition. If I am giving the number 7. 7 is divisible by 2. Then the condition will be 0. Then it will be printed the even number. But 7 is an odd number. Number %2 double equal to 0 means 7 is an odd number. The remainder value is 1, but it is a false condition that it will execute the 7 is an odd number. Next, if-else, if-ladder statement. This is similar to if-else statement. The difference is if-else and if-else ladder, you have only one expression based on the decision is taken. But in the if-else, if-ladder statement, you can evaluate multiple expression. For example, you have to take an example student marks. Now, first category greater than 95 means I have to print the statement first class. Next one greater than 80 to 90, I have to print the statement second class. Next below 75, I have to declare the third class. In that program, we are having the multiple expression. So, we are using the if-else, if-ladder statement. Let us see the syntax. If expression 1, first check this expression. It's true, it will enter the statement. Otherwise, if expression will be false, then it will enter else if. Or else if expression is also false, then it will enter else if expression 3. You have to fail in if expression, else if, then finally it goes to the else block. Execute these statements only if all the expression checks are false. Whenever else block will be executed, the above expressions all are false. Let's see. If expression that become true, it will goes to statement. Or if expression becomes false, it goes to statement 2. Expression 2 becomes false, it goes to statement 3. Or the statement 1, 2 and 3 are false, it goes to false block, else statement 4. The remaining rest of the code. Now let us see the example. Number, I have to declare a number, value is 0. I have to enter a number and read that value. If number double equal to 10, I am giving the number 10, the condition become true, it will print the statement number is equal to 10. Otherwise, I will enter 50. Okay, it has to check the else if condition. If the 50 is equals to else if condition, it will be printed the number is equals to 50. Or I am enter the number 10, then it will check the else if statement. 100 equal to 100, it will condition become true, it will enter number is equals to 100. Otherwise, I am given number 4. It means number 4 is not equal to 10, 50, 100. It means all conditions are false. Then it will execute the else statement. The else statement means the number 4 is not equal to 10, 50 and 100. Then fourth statement is nested if statement. The nested means if statement that is the targeted of another statement. In if statement we are including inside the if statement is known as a nested if statement. Let's see the syntax. If condition 1, it execute, the condition is true, it will enter the condition true. Otherwise, if condition 1 become false, it will goes to directly else block. Let's see the example. I am declaring the I value to the assigning the 10 value is variable to the I. If I equals to 10, the condition is true, I will enter the inside if block. Otherwise, the if statement is true. I will directly come to the if I less than 12. I am giving the I value 10. 10 equal to 10. The first if condition is true. That's why I will enter the another inside if block. Let's 10 is less than 15. Its condition also true. I will enter the statement I is smaller than 15. Why I have to print the statement? If the given condition is true, then it will execute if statement above is true, then it will enter the if block. If I less than 12, 10 less than 12, it is also a condition true, then it will enter the printf statement I is smaller than 12. Otherwise, I value become 9. I value become 20, 20 less than 12. The condition is false. It will enter the else block, then print the statement I is greater than 15. Next statement is switch statement. The switch statement means you have to select only one option. We have to see previously if else statement, else if ladder, nested if. We have multiple conditions and multiple statements. But switch case also having more number of statements, but we have to select the only one option for number of options. Let us see the syntax switch expression. First of all, case value 1. You have to enter the value 1, the value 1 code to be executed. Then why should we have to break keyword is put there? Because you have to should not replace the break. It will execute all the statements to the end. Why you have to put their break? You have to choose only one option. In that option only you have to select. In that statement only you have to print it. Otherwise the break statement is not there. All the statements will be executed. What is the default case? If the cases should not be matched, then finally goes to default. Default means code to be executed if all cases are not matched. Let's see the example. Number equals to 0. I am declaring the variable, and that variable I have to read with using scanf. Switch off number means I have to enter the number 10 or 50 or 100. You have to choose only 3. You have to print the statement. Otherwise you have to enter 4 or 5 or 6. You have to, the number is not equal to 10, 50 or 100. You have to choose only one option. Then we have to prefer a switch case statement. Number of options, you have to select only one option. Now iterative statements. Iterative statements is also known as repetition statements, looping statements. What is a looping? The looping is repeating the same process multiple times until a specific condition satisfies. Okay. Next, we can repeat the same code for finite number of times. Let's see the example. You have to print the first 10 natural numbers. Then you have to print statement 10 times. But in looping statement, you have to 10 iterations. You have to write only one statement. It will print 10 times. Then we are using the iteration statement. There are 3 types of loops. First one is a while loop. Second one is a do while. Third one is a for loop. Let's see while loop. While loop is also known as a entry control looping statements. Why it is an entry control looping statement? First of all, it has to check the condition, then after it will enter the loop. Otherwise, if the condition become false, it will does not enter the loop. The while statement is executing single statements or block of statements, but it repeatedly the condition until the condition becomes false. Okay, let's see the syntax. While condition, the condition become true, it will enter the loop and execute the block of statement. Let us see the flowchart. Condition. If the given condition is true, it will enter the block of statements. If the given condition is false, it will out of loop statements. Let us see header files, main function. I am declaring a and value is 0 and printf. I have to enter up to 10 values while n less than equal to 10. The n value should be start with 0 and end with 10. Now I have to check the condition. If n percentage 2, the output will be 0 and that number is an even number. Now first n value is 0. 0 percentage 2. The 0 value should not be divided by 2. Then it will output is 0. But 0 is also an even number. Then n value 0 will be printed. Next step is n plus plus. This is a post increment. Okay, n value post increment means now n value is 0. Now I have to add the value 1. It means 0 plus 1. It means n value become 1. 1 percentage 2 equal to 0. The remainder value is 1, but it does not an even number. The remainder value will become 0. It will be an even number. Now next, the 1 will be incremented by 1. 2 percentage 2. The remainder value 0. Then 2 is an even number. And 3, it is an odd number. 4 divided by 2. It is also even number. 5, it is not divisible by 2. So it is a not even number. 6, it is divisible by 2. So it is an even number. 7, it does not divisible by 2. So it is not an even number. 8, it is divisible by 2. So it's even number. 9, it is not divisible by 2. So it is a not even number. 10 is divisible by 2. So it is an even number. Now you have to check the condition. 11 less than equals to 10. But the condition is false. 11 is not less than equal to 10. So it will out of the loop statements. Now second one is a do while loop. The do while loop statement is a exit control statements. In the previously we have discussed while is an entry control looping statements. It means it has to condition. Firstly it has to check the condition. The condition become true. It will enter the while loop. Now do while means it is an exit controlled looping statement. Why means the do while loop is mainly used where we need to execute the loop at least once. It means first output, it does not check any condition, it will directly execute the loop. That's why it is known as a exit control looping statements. The do while looping statement means it has to execute a block of statements repeatedly while the given condition is true. Let's see the syntax. Do, the condition is not there. That's why first value should be without checking the condition. The value will be printed. That's why we are known as a do while is an exit control looping statements. Block of statement will be executed and finally the while condition will be checked. Okay, let's see the flowchart. Do block statements. If the condition is true, it will enter the printf statement. Otherwise false, it will out of loop statements. Let us see the program. I have to declare a I value 1. The do loop will be entered. The I value directly printed. Why? It is not checking the condition. Then I value will be incremented. How much now I value is 2. While 2 less than equal to 10, the condition is true. Then I value 2 will be printed. Next I value incremented. 3. 3 less than equal to 10, condition is true. Then I value printed. Then again I value incremented. 4. 4 less than equal to 10, the condition is true. Again 4 will be printed. The 4 value will be incremented is 5. 5 less than equal to 10, the condition is true. 5 is printed. Again 5 value will be incremented is 6. 6 less than equal to 10, the condition is true. The 6 will be printed. I value incremented. 7. 7 less than equal to 10. And these steps repeated while 10 less than equal to 10. The condition is true. 10 will be printed. Again I value incremented. 11 less than equal to 10. The condition become false. It will terminate the loop. Next one, for looping statement. It execute the code until condition become false. But in for loop we are having the 3 parameters. First one is a initialization. Second one condition. Third one increment and decrement. Let us see the syntax for initialization, condition, increment or decrement. What is an initialization? You have to declare a value to the variable. For example, I equals to 0. In that format we are known as a initialization. What is a condition? I less than equals to 10. That is an condition. Increment or decrement, we have to previously seen in while loop and do while loop. N plus plus, I plus plus, that is increment. I minus minus, n minus minus, that is an decrement. Okay, let's see the flow chart. It has to initialize a value, then it has to check the condition. If the condition is true, it will enter this statement. Otherwise, if the condition become false, it will terminate the loop. First of all, let's see the for loop. We have to start with header file. The main function will start with main function that declare a variable int I equals to 0. What is the for loop syntax? Initialization, condition and increment or decrement. Initialization means one is a value to the variable of I value become 1. Now we are checking the condition. 1 less than equal to 10. The condition become true. It will enter the for loop. The 1 will be printed. Then 1 value will be incremented. We are giving the increment operator I plus plus. I value become 2. 2 less than equal to 10. The condition is true. It will enter the for loop. 2 will be printed. Up to 10 values. 10 less than equal to 10. The condition become true. It will enter the loop. 10 value printed. Again 10 value will be incremented. 11. 11 less than equal to 10. The condition become false. It will terminate the for loop. Next statement is a jumping statements and it is also known as a unconditional statements. In this unconditional statements, we don't need to any condition to control the program execution flow. In this unconditional statements divided into 3 types. First one is a break, second one is a continue, third one is a go to statement. The above 3 statements do not need any condition to control the program execution flow. Let's see the first one, break statement in C. It is used to end the loop or switch statement and transfer the execution to the statement immediately following the loop or switch. In this break statement, we are using the syntax break semicolon. We have discussing 32 keywords. Break is an keyword. First, we are giving the condition, it will be checked. The condition become true. Okay, it will go to break statement. The condition become false. It will checking the condition. Let's see the example. I value should be declaring for I equals to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. I value 0, 0 less than equal to 10. The condition become true. Then it will be printed 0 value. Next, again I value incremented 1. 1 less than equal to 10. Condition become true. 1 will be printed. The I value will be checking the if condition. 1 equal to 5. False. It does not break the statement. If it is true, it will break the statement. And break the statement, it came outside of the loop. Let's see. I value become 5. 5 less than equal to 10. True. It will printed 5. But 5 equal to 5. It has to checking the condition. If the condition become true, it will came outside of the loop. Whenever you have to check the condition become true, then it has to stop the execution. Then we are using the break statement. Next, continue statement. Now we are seeing the break. Previously we have seen break statement. Whenever the condition become true, before the break statement, the execution will be stopped. But continue statement, but that only one condition will be stopped, remaining loop will be executed. Let us see the condition statement in C language to bring the program control to the beginning of the loop. But it means it skips some statements according to the given condition. Let's see. I value declaring a value to the 1. I value become 1. 1 less than equal to 10 means true. It will enter the if loop. 1 equal to 5. It will not equal to 5. That's why it will be printed 1. Next, let's see the I value become 5. 5 less than equal to 10. The condition is true. 5 equal to 5. The condition become true. That's why the 5 value will not be printed. Why? Wherever we have the condition become true, that value should not be printed in the continue statement. So it skips some statement according to given condition. Whether the given condition has to be true, that value should be skipped in the continue statement. Then 5 value will be incremented. Then again I value become 6. 6 less than equal to 10. The condition is true, but 6 is not equal to 5. That's why it will continue up to 6 to 10 numbers. But it does not print the 5 value because it has to execute, the condition become true. But the 5 number, it skips some statements. Next, go to statements. These go to statements can be used to repeat some part of code for particular condition, and another one is it transfer control to the labeled statements. Let us see the syntax. Go to, it is an keyword first of all, and go to label name. At the label name will be called the statement. Let us see the flowchart. First start. Label 1 means statement 1. Next label 2, statement 2. Label 3, statement 3. And label 1 go to statement 3, it will directly go to label 3 only. With the label support, it has to access. Let us see the program. I am declaring a variable age. G column, that is a label. Okay. I will call the G, then print you are eligible. I will call the S value, then it will be printed you are not eligible. First of all, we have to enter the age, enter your age, and that variable I am reading with the using scanf function. If I am giving the age value is 20 greater than equal to 18, it means if the given condition is true. Okay, go to G. What is a G label? In the above section, you are eligible to vote. Next, another concept is a functions. What is a functions? We are dividing a large problems into sub-problems. In that problems, if you are used to perform a specific task, that task should be you have to perform individually. In every function, every C program must contain at least one function. That function is called as a main function. We have to write a program to a large problems. In that problems, we are dividing a sub problems. Then they solved individually to make the program easier. Now let us see the advantages of a function. Functions makes the program readable and understandable. Using function, the program implementation becomes easy. Once a function is created, and that function you have to use it many times, and this is also known as a code reusability. You have to, another disadvantage is larger problems divided into smaller modules. In every function in C has the following types. First one is a function declaration, and it is also known as function prototype. Second one, function definition. Third one, function calling. Let us see what are the types of functions. Types of functions can be divided into two types. First one is a system defined function. They are also known as library function, standard function, predefined function. It means already defined by the system is known as a system defined function, library function, predefined functions. We are using the header files hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h. What is an stdio.h? Standard input output header file. It means in that header file having two functions. One is a printf function, another one is a scanf function. Next, conio, console input output header file. In that header file also we are having two functions. One is a getch, second one is a clear the screen. What is an user defined function? The function defined by the user is called as a user defined functions. Let's see what is a function declaration or function prototype. The function declaration tells the compiler about the function name, which data type you have to return the value and parameters. Where we have to write function declaration? Before the main function or inside the main function. Let's see the syntax, return type, function name, parameter list. We are discussing in the first. Return type means it is having two types. One is a void, another one is a int. Void means no return value. Int means it is a return value. Here return type I am displaying the void. Function name is a sum. I am declaring two parameters, int comma int. Next, what is a function definition? It is a body of the function. The actual task of the function implementation in the function definition only. The function definition is performed before the main function or after the main function. Let us see the syntax, return type, function name, parameter list. In that you have to write the actual code. It means implementation of the code. Let's see the example, return type void, function name sum, parameters int a and int b. Now actual code is the sum of two numbers is percentage d a plus b. You have to add a b values. The output will be become to the integer only. So integer type conversion is percentage d. Let us see the function calling. The function calls tell the compiler when to execute the function definition. The function call tells the function definition when to execute them. The function call is performed inside the main function or any other function. Let's see the syntax, function name, parameters. Let's see the example, function name is sum, parameters is a comma b. Next one, function arguments and parameters. In these functions we are having two types of arguments. Arguments are also called as a actual parameters. Where you have to know the actual parameters. Arguments are written within the parenthesis at the time of function call. Now previously we have seen function call, function name is sum, parameters is a comma b. Whenever you have to call a function in the parenthesis with parameters, in that arguments is known as actual parameters. But what is a formal parameters? These are written within the parenthesis at the function definition. At that time you have to write the function definition. That parameters is known as a formal parameters. What is a return statement? Now previously I have discussed return statement means having two types. First one is a int and second one is a void. Void means no return value. Int means it have return value. And return statement means it is the last statement of the function that returns certain value. Let's see the syntax, return variable name or constant. Let's see the example, return. I have to display variable name or constant. I am displaying the constant value 0. In these functions we are categorized. First one is a function without argument and without return value. Second one, function with arguments and without return value. Third one, function without arguments and return value. Fourth one, function with arguments and with return value. First of all, function without arguments and without return value. In that program, no arguments, no return value. Let's see main function. Addition is a function name. I have to declaring a function declaration in that line. I have to call an addition function. Okay, whenever I have to call a addition function, it goes to function definition. Then the function definition actual code will be executed. Let us see function definition. Number 1 and number 2 I have to declare a variable. I have to read two values and I have to write a actual code. Next one, function with arguments and without return value. We have to discuss previously no arguments, no return value. In the program you are having arguments but you should not return any return value. Let's see void main function. In the previous example I have to declare void addition int. You have to display function name before void. It does not any return value. Here also it does not return any value. I am using two integer numbers, and that integer numbers I have to read it. I have to call a addition function. Whenever I have to call a addition function, you have to go through the function definition. It means we are declaring the arguments int a comma int b. Then it has to execute the printf statement. Now third category is function without argument and return value. Means in that program you do not have arguments but you have return value. Let's see, I have declaring result. Next one is a addition. Now I am declaring the function name before int return type. It means you have return value. For example, you have to write void, it should not any return. Whenever result I am declaring the function calling assigning to the another variable, that is a result. It means you have to call a function and that value should be stored in the result. Whenever you have to function call, that it will goes to the function definition, that is a int addition. In this loop I have to enter two numbers, and the two numbers I have to read that return number 1 plus number 2. It will add number 1 plus number 2 and return the result to the result variable. Then it will print at the sum of two numbers. Next one is a function with argument and with return value. It is having both argument values and return values. Let's see in the function declaration, return value is there means I have to function name before int. Okay, whenever you have to enter a two integer numbers and then read it, then call the function calling. Okay, addition of number 1 comma number 2. Whenever you have to call the function, it will goes to the function definition loop. What is the function definition? Int addition of int a comma int b. It will be written a plus b. This return value will be stored to the result variable. Then result variable will be printed. Next one is methods of calling function, and it is also known as passing parameters from the calling functions. There are two types. First one is a call by value. Second one is a call by reference. I have previously discussed actual parameter means you have to call a function within the parenthesis is known as actual parameters. Formal parameters means function definition you have to place it with parenthesis is known as formal parameters. Call by value means copy the value of actual parameters into formal parameters. But during the execution, whatever changes are made in the formal parameters are not reflected back to the actual parameters. Next one is a call by reference. Reference means we are addressing the variable. Okay. Next one, function does not create its own copy. It refers to the original value by reference. And function works with original data and changes are made in original data. Previously, call by value means the value will be changed, it should not be reflected. But in call by reference, the data will be reflected to changing the value. Let's see the call by value. I have to declare a number 1 and number 2 variables. I am using the swap function. It does not have return value. Why means before the function I have to declare void. I have to pass in the arguments int. And next number 1 value is 10, number 2 value is 20. Before swapping, actually the values become 10 and 20. After you have to calling the function, it will be goes to the called function. Void swap of int a comma int b. Okay, in that loop temporary variable should be declared. Temp equals to a. It means a value will be assigning to the temporary variable. A equal to b means b variable value should be assigned to a value. B equals to temp means temp value is assigned to b variable. Let's see the example. Before swap. Before swap means first of all we have to go number 1 and number 2. 10 and 20 does not change. After swapping means number 1 value goes to number 2. Number 2 value goes to number 1. It means number 1 become 20, number 2 become 10 value. Let's see the call by reference. But in this reference means addressing of the variable. You should have to indicate asterisk symbol, and it is also known as a pointer of the variable. It means address of the variable. You have to change the any type of data, it will be reflected to the call by reference. Let's see the function declaration. Void swap of int asterisk comma int asterisk. In the previous call by value program, I should not declare any asterisk. Means I have to call by value only declare value call by value. But in the reference, I have to only call the only address of the variable. Here also I am taking the first variable is 10, second variable is 20. Before swapping means first variable answer become 10, second variable answer become 20. Then you have to call a function with an ampersand. You have to already know, we have to using scanf function, we have to read a integer values with the type conversion and ampersand symbol. Okay. Then whenever calling a function, it will goes to called function. Int asterisk a comma int asterisk b. Same call by value, but you have to replace only asterisk symbol. It means not only value, it has to check the address of the variable also. That is known as a call by reference. Next one is a recursion function. It means you have to call a function itself. When a function execution never gets completed, why become you have to always calling a function number of times. We should define the condition to exit the function call so that recursive function get terminated. Whenever you have to condition become false, then only recursive function get terminated. Let us see the example. I have to declare int factorial of int, that is the function declaration. The main function should be started. I have to declare a variable fact comma n and enter a positive integer, and that integer I have to read using the scanf function. I have to return fact equal to fact of n. In this statement is known as a function calling. Okay, let's see function definition. Int factorial of int n. In that loop I am declaring the temp variable. If number equal to 0, the return value is 1. Otherwise, I am giving the number. Let's see the output. I am giving the number value is 5. 5 equal to 0? No, the condition become false. It will enter the else block. 5 into factorial of n minus 1. Up to the condition become false, it will calling function called by itself. Then the output will be displayed is a factorial of 5 is 120. Recursion function should be when a function called itself and it enters the infinite loop. Okay, whenever the condition is exit, the function call the recursive function also to be terminated. Thank you.